Friedrich Nietzsche, a towering figure in Western philosophy, forged his own path amidst the intellectual currents of his time, offering profound insights into human nature, morality, and the nature of existence itself. At the core of Nietzsche's philosophy lies a relentless critique of traditional morality, particularly the Judeo-Christian framework that he saw as inhibiting human potential. For Nietzsche, conventional morality, with its emphasis on self-denial and the suppression of instinctual drives, served to stifle the flourishing of what he termed the will to power, the driving force behind all human action and creativity. Central to Nietzsche's thought is the concept of the Ubermensch, or Overman, a transcendent individual who rises above conventional morality and embraces life's inherent chaos and uncertainty. The Ubermensch rejects the notion of objective truth or moral absolutes, instead affirming his own values and creating his own meaning in a world devoid of inherent meaning. In this sense, the Übermensch represents a radical departure from traditional conceptions of morality and a bold affirmation of the individual's capacity for self-creation and self-overcoming. Nietzsche's philosophy is perhaps best encapsulated in his famous proclamation, "God is dead." This declaration, often misunderstood as a celebration of atheism, is instead a metaphysical assertion of the collapse of traditional religious and moral certainties. Nietzsche saw the death of God not as a cause for despair, but as an opportunity for humanity to embrace its own creative potential and forge new values in the absence of divine guidance. In this sense, Nietzsche's philosophy can be seen as deeply existential, emphasizing the individual's responsibility for shaping their own destiny in a world devoid of external meaning or purpose. One of Nietzsche's most enduring contributions to philosophy is his theory of eternal recurrence. According to this doctrine, the universe is finite in both time and space, and all events within it are destined to recur infinitely. For Nietzsche, the contemplation of eternal recurrence serves as a litmus test for one's attitude towards life. Those who embrace the idea with joy and affirmation are said to have achieved a state of amor fati, or love of fate, while those who recoil in horror are condemned to a life of perpetual suffering and despair. In this way, eternal recurrence becomes a powerful existential challenge, forcing individuals to confront the fundamental question of whether they would be willing to relive their lives exactly as they are for all eternity. Nietzsche's critique of morality extends beyond traditional religious frameworks to encompass broader cultural and philosophical traditions. He famously condemned what he saw as the slave morality of Christianity, which valorizes meekness, humility, and self-sacrifice, as opposed to the master morality of the ancient Greeks, which celebrates strength, nobility, and self-assertion. Nietzsche argued that the triumph of slave morality had led to the inversion of traditional values, whereby weakness and passivity were exalted at the expense of strength and vitality. In response, Nietzsche called for a revaluation of all values, urging individuals to transcend the limitations imposed by conventional morality and embrace a more life-affirming ethos. Despite his profound insights into the human condition, Nietzsche's philosophy is not without its critics. Some have accused him of promoting a dangerous form of individualism that valorizes power and domination at the expense of compassion and empathy. Others have criticized his ambiguous stance on issues of politics and ethics, accusing him of advocating a kind of amoralism that leaves individuals adrift in a moral vacuum. Still, others have questioned the coherence of his thought, pointing to the inconsistencies and contradictions that pervade his writings. In conclusion, Friedrich Nietzsche's philosophy represents a bold and provocative challenge to conventional wisdom, calling into question the foundations of morality, religion, and philosophy itself. Through his critique of traditional values and his celebration of the individual's capacity for self-creation and self-overcoming, Nietzsche invites us to confront the fundamental questions of existence and to embrace the inherent uncertainty and ambiguity of life. While his ideas may be controversial and his legacy hotly debated, there is no denying the enduring influence of Nietzsche's thought on the development of modern philosophy, and the human quest for meaning and authenticity.